Hey guys, welcome back to Interloper series on The Long Dark. I hope you guys have been enjoying so far. If you have, go ahead, leave a like and subscribe, or I don't know, just stick around and watch. Obviously, it's way early morning. In fact, so early it's detrimental to be farting around doing anything outside. However, I can bounce out of this trailer and go over to the next one. Should be warm enough to do that, right? Yeah, negative 25. Now I hope to be able to find some gear today. Specifically, if I could see. Specifically, I am looking for some more clothes. I'm looking for hopefully magnifying glass. I can't see in here. Do I have a lantern yet? I don't think I ever picked one up yet. I do not. That's a-okay. We'll find one in a bit. And it's still pretty dark. I can't really see to loot this place. I don't want to utilize a light source. I can try and sprint for a little bit, drop my fatigue, so I can sleep for like another hour or two. Even pass time a little bit, actually. Now I'll get us to a point where I can sleep, maybe. Keep sprinting, I guess. Basically, I just want it to be light enough for me to be able to loot. And once that's possible, then I'll loot. And my goal is to head up to the forestry lookout and from there to the camp office. It should be a relatively safe trip. There shouldn't be really any wolves in between me and there, but we are going to have to be careful nonetheless. It's entirely possible for there to be wolves up there. It's just, you gotta be very careful. I didn't want map. I wanted the pastime. Okay, should be enough for me to sleep after I eat up some jerky. Just enough for an hour's worth. Half should be plenty. Yeah. Gain just a little bit of condition back. Probably won't get a full 2 hours of rest. No, we didn't. But it is now light outside and I can see. Nothing in there. Nothing in the crate. Nothing back behind here as usual. That's a-okay. One final trailer I have yet to have explored. What's temps? -2? Could be worse. There's always worse. I'd love to find some clothes though. Literally any clothes would be super beneficial right now. I am overweight. I wonder why. Where's my biggest thing? 66 pounds all. Barely overweight. It's probably in tools. We don't need a 9% torch. That's kind of worthless. We're pretty much good everywhere else, I think. Wait. Materials was heavy. Oh, the cloth. We've got 10 pounds of cloth lying around. I'll take this book and I will drop some cloth in here. We'll drop 20, 15, 16 cloth in there? 16. So in case we ever need cloth, it'll be right in here for us waiting. And anything down this side. A little bit of beef jerky hiding. We got a lot of food, that's great. So yeah, if the wolves don't kill us this time, we should have a pretty straightforward approach to our little forestry lookout up here. Hopefully without involving any wolves in the madness. Hopefully it'll be warm enough for me up there. Get some weather crows. Not always a good sign, especially when it's already relatively a clear morning. Really don't want the weather to head south on me, but this is Interloper. The weather change happens often, happens quickly, without much warning, and is usually almost always for the worse. Now, I wish this slope would let me sidle up it, but it doesn't seem to want to let me. Just barely too steep. There we go. There's the old lookout. Well, I should say the new lookout since the map changes that came out with, what was that, Faithful Cartographer? I can't remember which update this landed in. I wasn't too far back, a couple months, about mid-2017. Hopefully up here we should be finding our maglins. I want to avoid derailment until I can get a proper sightline down there, because wolves. Debating whether we want to go straight from here to camp office. I'm thinking that would be the case. Then a pretty dangerous but hopefully uneventful jaunt to trappers. And from there, anything else will be as time allows. But probably gonna just check out the hunter's blind. Don't really see much need for checking anything else out beyond that. So we can get ourselves a bedroll, stuff like that, we will be set. Bedroll is my primary concern for checking the hunter's blind, because there's not really much reason else to. Mountain goat down right there. Crouch is always your friend. However, the cold is not. You definitely do not want to be out in the cold. It is very bad. Kind of a cloudy morning, a bit windy, with the usual purple and orange hues that the Mystery Lake region tends to bring for you. I could head over to that other one, but I don't feel like it's going to be worth the time spent outdoors, especially as I'll probably have to light a fire to warm up even inside the tower. One can hope not, but there's cattails down here occasionally. I think I have plenty of food though. I'm not too worried about it. Just need to get out of the cold and warm up. You can see the camp office from here pretty much. It's just right down there. Just finished climbing the tower. This is, I believe, the highest achievable point on Mystery Lake. There is that mountaintop over there, but it doesn't have a tower on it. I believe that mountaintop is actually higher in terms of overall height. But
this will come in handy.
Because of the tower over here, I can actually get up. Ah, our heavy hammer. Sewing primer, however you choose to call it. Should be
I
maglins.
wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Possible spawn up here, but I'm not seeing it. It should be over here by the table, I think. Which means spawn's going to be either at trappers or at camp office. What is the temp in here? 34. Barely survivable. Alright. Let's look at our food supplies. We have almost a gallon of water. We have a lot of food. In fact, so much so you're probably going to kill me, but I know I can get processed food in time. I'm going to eat a couple calories off that just to keep us from starving. I want to be able to regain as much condition as possible. Alright, so there wasn't much in the way of good loot up here. That's just simple tools. I've already got 2 quality tools on me. I don't have a base set up. I don't intend to visit up here again, so I'll drop these at the camp office once I get over there. Route down from here to camp office. I'm just gonna follow the road down and hug the ridge line until I get past derailment. The wolves are, and then be very careful taking that last little jaunt between there and the camp office. It's still gonna be dangerous nonetheless. You know, I'm gonna sleep for an hour just to warm up. It's not even gonna be a full hour. It's probably gonna be a half hour at best, because my sleep meter was so warm up. We're still brutally cold. 41% condition to play with. Not much in the way of warmth. We're not going to be very warm up here. So we literally just have to get our way to camp office ASAP. If we run into problems, we will have to light a fire. -28 with the wind chill. There is not much I can do about that until I get better clothes, and I'm never going to find better clothes unless I loot. There should be some beneficial stuff up at Timberwolf Mountain, but again, I'm too cold to even attempt the climb. And I need a bedroll first. I would probably need... What would I need? It's only +10 in the shelter. I need a bedroll. I need fire materials. It'd still be a pretty rough attempt without anything better. I would want to be able to have deerskin pants. I also want probably deerskin boots and anything else I can find for mid layers. I have like nothing on my mid layer section right now. This is the danger spot I was referring about, coming down off this ridge line. There's a deer in front of us I can probably scare off. There's 3 deer. I can hopefully keep them in front of me to hold any wolves at bay. I'm just going to be quick jaunt across the tracks over here. This is the danger spot where we're likely going to run into a wolf. If there is one here. Most likely will be. That's why I'm taking the high ground. Crouching and listening, as would be my usual prerogative, is currently not really an option due to the wind. It's too loud to be able for me to hear a wolf unless I'm already on top of him, and then I'm dead anyway. Really wish I had a bow for getting at these guys. Those aren't free spawns in Loper. Alright, we look to be clear. Camp office. I'll just mount and go down. The wind is at my back. That's going to be good for pushing me there, especially if I see a wolf. That deer being in front of us, that should catch the attention of any potential adversaries. So hopefully that won't be a problem at all. We might actually make it further this go round of the long dark than I ever have previously on Interloper mode anyway. I only wish I could hunt these deer. Looks like we're gonna successfully make it to camp office. We're also at Cattail Heaven down here. I can load up on cattails once we get warm. There we go, get up on in here. Check our condition, it's going to be low, I know that already, probably in the 30s. Yes, low 30s. We should be, how warm in here? 39? Ugh, it's still pretty bad. Stack of papers, I can turn that into tinder. Alright, anything clothing-wise in here would be really appreciated. But I find it unlikely for that to even be potential. First aid.
I don't use this anymore.
I haven't picked up a hacksaw yet, have I? No. Gonna make some line. Can I make fishing tackle? I don't have a hook. Yeah, just bare hands. No need to make it go by any quicker by using simple tools. And then we can make some fishing tackle. There we go. So now I have some fishing tackle. I could actually sew with it. Or fish. I wonder where the maglins can spawn down here. Can opener. That's great. I can actually open these cans now. Nothing of value under these shelves, is there? No. Alright, filing cabinets it is. Hopefully there's a jacket of some kind upstairs. Anything to boost our warmth value. There appears to be no food down here at all. It's kind of to be expected. All the food's already been opened. Please have some clothes on you of any kind I can take. Alright, apparently not. No bedroll in here either. There's our maglins. Great, we're set on maglins. Painkillers over there. Any clothes in you? No. It's a bummer. I hope for clothes in you. Unlikely, but a possibility nonetheless. Nothing. Alright. Well, let's take care of these papers I've got. Get our tinder out of it. And warm up. How many tinder plugs do I have? 5. Let's do another set. Now I'll drop the rest of the papers here for now because it's unneeded weight, and 7 tinder plugs should be more than enough. There we go, so we're down to 74 pounds. Pretty much only wearing what I need. It's not really worth repairing that at all, I don't think. Sounds like a blizzard's beginning to form. I don't really think there's much else to do in here. We can read this note. Yeah, it's a blizzard. Betsy came up here this way in the summers when we were knock-kneed goofy kids. We fished and played with swords made out of sticks, wove leaky baskets from the reeds. We rowed across the lake, those little cabins at the far end where the tourists came and fished, hunted the deer and had their parties. We stood behind the counter and watched Dad welcome them, looked at the guest book and read the names. When the summer was nearing its end, the cattails turned to fluff. We blew our wishes to the sky. Always come back. Always. That's a cute little note. Not ever read that. Is there anything in this bowl? No. Alright, so there's not for us to do here but wait the blizzard out. I hate to do that, and there's nothing good in here but the maglins. There's no clothes. No bedroll. I wager we sleep the storm off. We're at 20% condition. We could gain a little bit of condition back by doing it. I'm gonna wager this is gonna be a 3-hour storm at the very least. So we can finish these 80 calories off. And then we can munch down on a tin of sardines for another 300 and hopefully avoid food poisoning. Yeah, another tin. Wait, how many calories are we at? 375, that should be plenty. For 4 hours of rest. Let's give her a shot and see if the storm has abated in 4 hours. It looks unlikely. 35% condition. I could brave the blizzard to bounce down to some of those cabins, but that is a fair jaunt. I don't know if it's worth it. Sounds like it's abating though. Might just be windy, which is tolerable. Yeah, it's just terribly windy. So we're gonna have ourselves a headwind bouncing across the lake here. It's actually 19 degrees in the shelter, and it's not terrible. Snag a cattail or two on the way there. -2 in the wind, which isn't bad. This guy's missing his stock. It's turning into a blizzard again. Didn't really stop for long. I hate heading into the wind like this. Get to the shelter in the lee of the rock. I should be okay. Yes, I can move. Nasty weather today, nasty. I'm not even gonna bother checking out the fishing huts. I don't think there's gonna be anything of good value in them. I don't see any wolves out on the lake as of yet, but that's subject to change as always. This wind is terrible. It would just kind of slow down. That'd be great. I feel like it's forcing me to hug this wall just to even have a level of movement speed. Night is approaching. Surprised we haven't actually already started freezing from this short jaunt. Oh, there it is. We're about to. This wind is belligerent. So we'll clear the lake today. Definitely today. Everything we'll need from here. And from there we can push to trappers, provided we can get our condition up to 50%. And if these buildings aren't bloody locked, guarantee you one of them will be. Probably this one. Oh no, okay, this one's good. Alright, any clothes? Probably not. Some sports socks. Not good for anything. Come on, a jacket maybe? This is Mystery Lake we're talking about here. Like, you're supposed to have good loot. I've already looted the places that are just gonna have good loot. Coastal Highway is gonna be the clothing place, man, I'm telling you. Alright, so we're pretty much jack all got nothing here. Surprised I only lost a couple bits of condition for that, John. This one's unlocked as well, nice. Might find some clothes in here, in the chest, if it's lucky dice roll. If it's a lucky dice roll. If it's not our lucky dice roll, we are SOL up creek with paddle. Lucky dice roll, lucky dice roll, lucky dice roll. Ow. Oh, alright. How much water we got left? Fair bit. Well, I guess we can look at our clothes. 64%, not gonna do anything but that. 95, 47. I feel like we could spend our time repairing this. I don't really have anything else I want to waste cloth repairing except for these. There we go. So up to plus 13 and plus 5. And it feels like in here is only 37 even with that. And it's blistering dark outside. Do we dare brave? Do we dare brave it? Oh, it's foggy. I say not, but we need more water, so... Cash, yeah, that'll work. So, in case you missed it, what I just did was I lit a torch with a match. And I'm now lighting my fire with the torch. In case my fire starting fails, I only used one match, and I still have a lit torch, which will still help warm me up and act as a deterrent to wolves. Now the fog's cleared. Let's add our cedar firewood, a bunch of sticks. Still not going to be enough. Don't want to use any of those books. Doing a bit of reclaimed wood. There we go. %. Yeah, that's great. Alright, let's make us some water. And we're gonna eat so I don't lose any more condition. Let's just eat this whole bag of jerky. I have plenty of food, I'm not worried about it. So we'll slowly regain condition until we run out of calories again. I just want to warm up enough to go check out those other cabins unless this storm gets worse. We're warming up pretty nicely. Let's do another batch of water. We're way overweight. And then let's do a thing of pork and beans. There we go. I know you guys are going to scream at me for using food for not sleeping, but because we're so low on condition, I want to get through Mystery Lake. I deem it a necessary risk. I'm also going to be heading over to Coastal Highway in a couple of days, like 2 days probably, give or take. Plus, I still have trappers to loot, and I have the capability of fishing. Alright, so we are going to eat this sucker while it's hot. Not all of it, just half. We're going to drink our water. The point of doing that is we now get a warming up. Protects against cold while active. It's an incredibly good benefit to have. It will help while staving off the cold. And just in case this weather gets any ideas of getting worse, I'm just going to take torches. Burn this fire down. Let's see, without a torch, I'm at 40 degrees, feels like. And with another torch out, it's only 38. Well, it must be getting colder. Alright, let's take this torch and we're gonna go. Get ourselves a light source, deterrents from wolves if we find any. And we're gonna head over to those cabins. Only feels like 13. With the added benefit of warming up and our torch, we should be golden for getting over here. And I can actually see to loot. Mayhaps. This light probably won't last very long. Although these cabins tend to be, well, no, they don't tend to be bright. You're right. I'm wrong. anything of clothing value in you? Let's just check quick things. Yes! It's a little bit. We're gonna lose our torch. Can we make the next house before we lose our torch? It's rough, but I can see. Do a quick loot look. I might miss something in the past house too. So when morning comes, we'll go and look at it as well. And my torch is done. Let's go to tools and drop it. Got plenty of water for the next day's journey. This is already gonna be cold again. Yep. Alright, simple parka and ski jacket. It's a 3.6 and 3.6. This is 2.6 and 2.6, but it's only at 72%. I believe this is worth repairing. Now all we need is another clothing type right down there. We'll be at a small advantage. Barely. How's a plus 2.6 Fahrenheit bonus not? I guess the just point averages are adding up. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's going to call it for this episode. There was nothing in here and we saved right as we came in. So I will catch you guys in the next episode where hopefully we'll be able to finish looting Mystery Lake and go on to Trapper's Cabin from there. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.